Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. More than ever, Lucy Co came under fire. This episode also had Cody being placed on notice, Felicia having questions for Robert, Alexis trying to talk sense into her girls, Gregory being admitted to the hospital out of concern for his sons. Let's examine the specifics in more detail now. Brook Lynn hurried through the morning, but Chase saw to all of her needs and provided for them. A briefcase? Verify. Coffee? Verify. What a wonderful future spouse. In relation to it, Chase was already organizing their wedding and searching for venues that could host his father. He had the spring in mind, but BLQ recommended an earlier date, far sooner, and she told him why in the end. His father asked for it. Maxie, Tracy, and Lucy were at the deception office for their leadership meeting. Naturally, BLQ hadn't arrived yet. Of course, there was a lot of drama as a result of the start time delay. Tracy and Lucy poked fun at one another multiple times. Additionally, their level of conversation decreased as the hits continued. Lucy even dared to mention Luke and assured Tracy that she would pass away miserable and alone one day. When Brook Lynn saw those final words, she became enraged and attacked Lucy. She reprimanded her, called her a variety of derogatory terms, including gold digger, and gave her directions on where to go. Lucy slithered off, humiliated and indignant. She eventually arrived in the pub, where she hatched her plan of retaliation. Tracy desired for Scott, Kin Shriner, to woo her, wed her, and pilfer her enormous wealth. Is he present? Regarding Chase, he received word that his dad had been admitted and immediately went to the hospital. According to the narrative, Gregory passed out during a heated yoga class, and his teacher sent him to General Hospital. Finn hurried to his father's side, questioning whether Gregory's illness was getting worse. Gregory had the same question. As long as he could fulfill his New Year's Eve plans, he consented to allow his doctors to do as many tests as they wished. In reference to dads and sons, Felicia was determined to ascertain whether Cody was indeed Mac's offspring. Was Cody staging the exam? She requested Robert to give her some advice. Regretfully, Robert was undoubtedly not in agreement. He was not fond of Cody and was adamant about keeping him away from the family. He even told Felicia to shut up about it. When Felicia questioned a nearby Scott about what he knew and the background of that bothersome lawsuit Cody dropped all those months ago, he didn't even back down. Regarding Cody, Sasha alerted him to the fact that Felicia was spying on him. Cody was not listening to her pleas for him to be honest. He would not only let Mac down, but he would end up in jail. He wrote an affidavit claiming to be Tolb's son and lied flagrantly about Tolb. He would be heavily charged if he recanted. Alexis, in the meantime, gave her girls a call to have an open discussion on surrogacy. She made Molly and Christina aware of the potential legal repercussions. The gift of eggs adds another layer of complexity and elevates the surrogacy process. Alexis made the observation that parental rights would require an adoption and would need to be secured after the baby was born rather than before. She even had documents and material ready for them to review. Sadly, they showed little interest in talking. Molly and Christina defended themselves, saying they understood everything. Furthermore, Molly, rather than their mother, was now the family lawyer, as Christina brought up. Despite her first shock, Alexis felt delighted to see that her daughters genuinely supported one another. Olivia Falconery's verbal blunder could spell the end of Nina's world. Spoilers for General Hospital's December 28, 2023, feature actions involving Port Charles locals. They're carrying out strategies, carrying out research, and even making blunders in speech. This is an episode you should not miss. Teasers indicate that Nina Reed's week is going to be absolutely terrible. Approximately 1 million people are aware that she was the one who reported Carly, Laura Wright, and Drew to the SEC for insider trading at this time. Drew was thus imprisoned and beaten to within an inch of his life. That has to be a beginning to the ultimate disclosure of Nina's secret, right? Is Olivia going to make a mistake and say something unintentional? Ned quickly informed his wife, Nina, that she was the one behind the whistleblowing after he recovered consciousness. Could this be the basic beginning of Nina's universe? There are currently doubts about Sunny and Alexis. They must be exchanging notes regarding Christina's offer to donate her eggs to Molly and TJ. If yes, what are they going to do next? Expressing those doubts to Christina, how do you think their determined daughter will respond if that's the path they choose? Felicia appears to be temporarily putting her work at the hospital on hold as she does her own research. This must have to do with Cody's biological parents. Felicia believes he is lying when he says he is not Mac's son, even though he is. The only thing anyone can do is watch her work without interfering, because when it comes to an inquiry, she's a dog with a bone. Another person is searching, but for quite different motives. It's no secret that Lucy is furious with Tracy for plundering deception and then giving Brook Lynn the majority shares, both inside and externally. Not surprised, she's going to take action at last. She first recruits Scott to carry out her retribution. Tracy filed a lawsuit against her in the past year, won, and took her 1% ownership of ELQ. Scott is undoubtedly still pissed off over Tracy spilling that drink on him a while back. That will be sufficient motivation for him to give this payback plan his all. Finally, Finn has had a difficult time in the latter half of 2023. He learned of his father's condition and that his job is in jeopardy due to a malpractice lawsuit. Watch for him to resort to Liz for assistance once more. Together, they concentrate on his defense. In case you missed it, Soap Hub's morning segments provide analysis or wild guesswork regarding the current stories on General Hospital, including their direction, success, and occasionally just what we want to see in Port Charles soon. Is Trina going to regret giving her GH a break? The Christmas miracle at General Hospital occurred when Esme Prince at last recalled her identity and her actions in 2023. Not just for the viewers who have been wondering if she has been lying all along, not even for Joss and Trina, who can now see her charged with the charges against them, but also for Esme, who can now make her own decisions about her identity. Would she rather go back to her dark ways or stay on the relatively straight and narrow path she's been on since Ace's birth? Esme loved her kid even before she lost her memory. Her goal is to be an excellent mother. Esme has first-hand experience with the terrible mother syndrome. Her time with Heather amply demonstrated that. She therefore refuses to let herself become the Esme she once was, maybe out of concern for Ace. However, what would happen if Ace was in danger? In certain situations, Esme will be forced to adopt the old schemer persona, and who knows what this motherfucking bear might do if she chooses to interpret Ace's danger as him losing Spencer's favor or, worse, Nicholas's money. Naturally, the best course of action is for Esme to gradually reconcile the old and new versions of herself. She seemed to be doing really well right now. She has her cherished child. To a certain extent, Spencer is interested in her. Furthermore, Nick has been avoiding contact. Laura is also in her corner. Nothing is better than that. But in the event that things change, isn't it comforting to know that Esme is equipped with the knowledge and abilities to defend herself and obtain what she needs? For Ace, not for herself. And for herself, of course. Thanks for watching if you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.